The Last of Us, why is it so popular? Recently, you may have heard of the upcoming HBO show The Last of Us and may be wondering why it's so popular. In this video, we will be covering a few reasons as to why the video game that was created in 2013, and had a sequel in 2022, is now getting a full-on series. The powerful story of Joel and Ellie. The game The Last of Us features an engaging story that follows the journey of two main characters, Joel and Ellie, as they navigate a post-apocalyptic world ravaged by a deadly fungus. The story is set 20 years after the outbreak, and players take on the role of Joel, a grizzled survivor tasked with escorting Ellie, a teenage girl, across the country in the hopes of finding a resistance group known as the Fireflies. Along the way, players must not only fight against the infected, but also against hostile human survivors. The game's story is notable for its emotional depth and complexity, as well as the strong relationship that develops between Joel and Ellie. The game's story is also full of surprising twists and turns, keeping players on the edge of their seats throughout the journey. What's your favorite moment in The Last of Us? Leave us a comment with your best story, and remember to like and subscribe. Main and supporting cast, character and story development in a post-apocalyptic world. The cast of The Last of Us is both incredibly diverse and well developed that players come to care about over the course of the game. The two main characters, Joel and Ellie, are particularly well written and acted, with players being able to connect with them on an emotional level. While every character introduced is complex and multidimensional, with their own strengths, weaknesses, and motivations that are revealed throughout the game, the bond created with main cast is undeniable. It cannot be said enough that the game's world is filled with a diverse cast of supporting characters, each with their own distinct personalities and stories which, too, creates a sense of realism and immersion, making the player feel like they are a part of a living, breathing world. The characters' development also play an important role in the game's story as they evolve and change as a result of the events they experience and the choices they make. Player versus material attrition, who will survive? Featuring intense gameplay that immerses players in a post-apocalyptic world, The Last of Us is filled with danger at every turn. Players must fight against both infected enemies and hostile human survivors, using a variety of weapons and stealth tactics. The combat is intense and visceral, with players needing to make quick decisions in order to survive, and it also features a deep crafting and upgrade system, which allows players to customize their weapons and gear to suit their playstyle. The game also has a survival aspect, where players will have to scavenge for resources, craft items, and manage inventory. The gameplay also offers a variety of challenging puzzles and obstacles, which players must overcome in order to progress through the story, and is well balanced and designed to keep players on the edge of their seats, providing a thrilling and immersive experience. The thrill of survival. Many people love games with infected enemies or zombies because they provide an intense and thrilling experience. The zombies or infected in these games are often portrayed as mindless, relentless enemies, which creates a sense of danger and tension for players. This can be especially appealing for those who enjoy feeling a sense of adrenaline or excitement when playing. Additionally, games with infected enemies or zombies often take place in post-apocalyptic settings, which can be fascinating for players to explore and imagine themselves surviving in. The idea of surviving in a world overrun by zombies or infected can be exciting, as it provides an opportunity for players to explore their own survival instincts and test their ability to outsmart the enemy. Moreover, games with infected enemies or zombies often have a strong emphasis on cooperative play, which can be enjoyable for players as it allows them to work together to survive and overcome the threat. Emerging a player and carefully crafted atmosphere of tension and danger. Creating a sense of tension and danger in a game can be achieved through a variety of techniques. One of the most effective ways is to use a combination of sound effects, lighting, and camera angles to create a sense of unease and uncertainty. For example, using dark, shadowy lighting and tight camera angles can give players a sense that something is lurking around the corner, while a sparse, tense soundtrack can add to the sense of impending danger which the developer executed perfectly. Another way to create a sense of tension and danger is through the use of unpredictable enemy AI and level design as seen with several of its various enemies. Having enemies that can appear unexpectedly or behave in unexpected ways can keep players on their toes, while level design that forces players to navigate through tight spaces or areas with limited visibility can add to the sense of danger. Another key aspect that can be used to create tension and danger is the use of limited resources, such as ammo, health or other items. This will force the player to make strategic choices, and make them feel the pressure of survival. A good story and well-written characters can also contribute to a sense of tension and danger, as players will be more invested in the game's world and the fate of its characters, making the experience more intense, which the game makes the most of to capture the player's mind, heart, and attention. People often relate or associate to characters in a movie or a game because they see aspects of themselves in the characters' personalities, experiences, or struggles. Characters who are relatable and believable can help to create a sense of empathy and connection with the audience. A character who is struggling with similar issues as the viewer, such as relationship troubles, career struggles, or personal demons, can make the viewer feel seen and understood. These characters who are portrayed as good-hearted, selfless, and determined can evoke feelings of admiration and inspiration in viewers, encouraging them to identify with the character and root for their success. A complex and multi-dimensional view can also be appealing to the viewer, as they create a sense of realism and help to make the story more engaging, building a strong bond to the cast. Finally, people might also relate or associate to characters in a movie or game because of their personal experiences, background or culture. In this way, people can feel seen and represented in a character that shares some similarities with them. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment and subscribe for more videos.